Hello. Say hi, Rosie. Hi, Rosie. She's so cute. Hello. Hi. We're in our nursery.
Yeah, we sure are.
Okay, so you can tell. Oh, there's a tiny bit of a picture in the middle. Oh God! It's all falling apart. Rosie wanted to be in the video because Rosie wants to be in every video, don't you, Rosie?
She does. It's true.
Yeah. So this is our 9-month pregnant Q&A.
Mm-hmm.
So we're answering some questions you guys submitted, and then hopefully right after this.
Remember to look over here this time.
Yeah.
Sorry, our camera's all flipped it around.
Hopefully after this we'll get to film the nursery reveal, so you guys get to see that very soon, and then Baby Nugget will be here. Yay!
Yay!
Okay, so we asked for questions on YouTube, Twitter,
and Instagram.
And Instagram. So we will answer questions from YouTube first. So I will pull those up.
Do you want me to
Sure.
ask them?
Where's that one?
All right, from Laura and Madison.
Who are the Whitney fam. If you don't watch them, you should. Their son is adorable. They're pretty cute too.
Asked, my question is, what's the plan for maternity leave for you guys?
Right. Do you want to answer first?
I'm a freelancer, which means that I am not like employed technically by anybody. I have one main client.
Yeah.
So I'm taking 6 weeks, just to kind of recover and to heal and all that fun stuff. And then I'll be back at it. And I work from home, so that's kind of a fantastic bonus. That I don't actually have to leave the house to do my job.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's on my end.
Yeah, and those are 6 weeks unpaid.
Unpaid, yes.
So we kind of had to plan for that in advance because we knew
Plan and save.
so we're in Canada, and a lot of times everyone's like, you're in Canada? I know, Chelsea's in the rocker right now.
Yeah.
And I'm in just like, I brought a regular chair in. Oh, hold on.
I got it. Hold on. Hold on, everybody.
Hold on.
Don't
Technical
worry.
difficulties.
I'm a struggle.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Idiot Rosie. I'm so sorry, Rosie.
Rosie, we're sorry.
Rosie, no.
Okay, we're back. In Canada. Hi. In Canada, you have really good mat leave. You can take up to a year. But you have to pay into EI, which is it's like through unemployment insurance.
Yeah.
So it's like if you lose your job for any reason, you would get this amount of dollars, weeks to tide you over until you find a new job. Mm-hmm. But what that means is like a lot of people who are self-employed or freelancers, like Chelsea, don't pay into EI. And so therefore, I'm sorry, you look so mature. It's so funny.
I'm a little.
I'm just not used to this. I'm shorter than Chelsea,
Yeah.
so it's so weird. So then if your employer doesn't give you anything, you don't get anything. Your employer is yourself. You kind of just have to save. For me, the situation's a little bit more complicated because I am employed regularly, and then I also am self-employed. So I am taking my full mat leave, but it's not a full mat leave. And that's because to get the year, you have to take a pregnancy leave plus a parental leave. I am not pregnant, so I can't take the pregnancy leave part. So I get 37 weeks, which I think works out to about 8 months.
Yeah.
Let's say it does, because I know I'll be back in January.
Wait, I'm 37 weeks.
Look at that. So it's a little over 8 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once we know because of pregnancy math.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll be back in January of next year at my job, and then I will be doing a little bit of work for my own sort of working for myself position during mat leave because you're able to do that, and they do a complicated thing where they like take 50 cents for every dollar you earn, so you can like make a little bit more, and it's basically just all the complicated math that we've had to figure out how to do so that we can kind of, keep like living our lives and buying food and things like that while we're on mat leave. But the bottom line is that both Chelsea and I will be at home. Chelsea will be working from home after 6 weeks of being off, and then I will be at home with the baby until January of next year.
Yeah.
So all in all, pretty good deal, but complicated. Needlessly complicated, I would say.
Where are the other questions?
It's on another video.
Oh.
This one, I think.
The one where everyone was convinced they knew the gender or the
That's
sex
right.
of the baby. You don't know. Don't play games.
I mean, we got cut off there because Chelsea's mom called, but what I wanted to say was 50% of the people know the sex of the baby, just statistically.
They were just so many confident answers, like, "Oh, you made it so obvious." Like,
everyone feels that way. I was like getting all like in my head about it, feeling like I was like, "Oh my god, people knew. What did we say?" But I think that everyone just, oh my god. I think everyone just always feels really confident in their guess. They're like, I know. I know. I always feel that way when we know people who are pregnant. I'm like, I know. It's been like 10 minutes. We're doing really badly at this. We have 2 phone calls interrupt us. So, since we started filming. And like, no one calls us. We're millennials. Who calls us?
Who calls us? Except moms.
So, the next question from YouTube was from Kristen Stone, who asked, do you guys have any plans for more kids in the future?
We sure do.
We sure do.
We have 2 frozen embryos left.
Yes.
And then, who knows, past that.
We won't probably try again for a little while. I know a lot of people, like, want their kids pretty close together. They, like, have a young baby and they're like, we want to have another baby. I think we want to wait a little while longer. Just, like, we're in a pretty small house right now.
Well, this is until we hit the late toddler years.
Yeah. I think ideally, if, like, perfect world, we would want to try when our first baby is around 2. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think that'd be a perfect world. And then we also want to, I think we've talked about it in a few videos before, we want to make our family in a few different ways. So I think we would try for another pregnancy for Chelsea. Answer any question out there. I have no desire to be pregnant. Mm-hmm. So unless there's like a weird exceptional circumstance, Chelsea will be the only pregnant partner.
Gestational
carrier in this relationship, in this family. But we also want to adopt. Once we are done having the bio kids, it just makes a bit more sense while like you're more fertile when you're younger and shit like that, to do it that way. And then we can like be in a bigger house and all that stuff. But adoption's always been something that we both really wanted to do, and it's really important to us. And yeah, it wasn't part of the question, but how many kids do we want?
That number changes depending on which one of us you ask. Because I was always like, 3 sounds good. And Caitlin's like, 5 or more?
Not more. Mm-hmm. Not more.
That wasn't the tune you were singing once upon a time.
I mean, probably. But I do want a big family.
Yeah, she does.
So like 4 or 5 kids, which I know everyone's like, you're insane. You haven't had a child yet. You don't know. But even if we don't have that many kiddos who are fully a part of our family, I would want to probably foster. Yeah. I don't know. Seeing kids grow up well and taking care of them is really, really important to me, and Chelsea is. Sorry,
I'm paying attention to this. I'm just trying to find the next question.
Chelsea is such a great wife and is going to be a great mom. You too, so will humor me with my full ass house of kids. And
how rich are we?
But she's going to fill it with like cats and dogs, so like don't feel bad for her. I've barely been able to stop her from getting a kitten during this pregnancy. And that's all from YouTube.
Was that all from YouTube?
Yeah. So do we want to go to Twitter? Instagram or Twitter next?
Let's go to Twitter. You should go follow us on Twitter. Twitter is me. If anyone's ever wondering, Twitter is me. And Chelsea almost exclusively mans the Instagram now because she has it connected on her phone. Hold on. Hold that thought. Okay, we went up on Twitter, and the first tweet that just came up was Laura from the Whitney fam, and it was just a tweet that said, I want fries. I get it. And, like, we were immediately like, ooh, fries. But no, we're going to fill this video instead of getting fries. Okay, what questions do we have from Twitter? First one. Actually, all of these are from This Growing Tribe. Okay. First one is, do you plan to have a med-free labor/birth, or are you planning to go with the flow? Well, that's your question to answer, so. Kind of a combo of both. We have a lot of pain management options that we're going to try and explore.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to an epidural, especially if it's gone on for a long time. I think my hesitation with an epidural is that I don't want to give birth on my back. And that makes it very difficult to avoid.
Yeah.
It's not so much about the pain management, like whatever drug me. It's just more about...
Whatever drug me.
It's more about feeling stuck on my back.
Yeah, you want to be able to feel, like, mobile and in control, I think.
I've always wanted to give birth, like, squatting or sitting up or kneeling or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like in terms of, like, pain and in terms of, like,
I think it's
using
comfort.
gravity to help me push a baby out, it just makes more sense. But, you know, to a certain extent, you kind of have to go with the flow because there's no such thing as a perfect baby plan.
Yeah, so, like, we've, like, looked into a lot of stuff. Like, we got TENS unit we're going to use when Chelsea's in early labor.
You're going to use their labor tubs.
Which, as long as her water's not broken, she can use. And Chelsea, like, really loves water and floating in water.
So I'll probably take a shower there if...
Taking a shower. So just doing a lot of stuff.
The midwife says the shower is great.
Yeah. And then preparing ourselves to know that it might be that Chelsea does end up.
Well, that changed. Surprise! The baby is like 10.5 pounds and I need a C-section. Oops. Who will be in the room for labor and delivery? You're looking at him. Our midwife and an OB if we need one. But.
Yeah. I think they meant more like, will friends and family be in the room? No, Chelsea's mom is like on call just in case Chelsea panics and like screams, I want my mom!
Which is an off-brand for me. I mean, I feel like I could do that. But
it could happen.
I'd also ask, hi mom. I'd also ask my mom, I was like, if you were in the room, could you stop yourself from looking while the baby's being born? And she went, no. And I went, well, there's your answer.
So there you have it. It will be the two of us, probably.
Yeah.
Just in the labor room, but obviously people will be coming to visit us when we're in the recovery room.
And this one was, do you plan on having more kids and how far apart in age? Which I think we answered.
Oh, yeah, we did. Oh, hey. So there we go. We answered that one already.
Go to Instagram.
Now we're going to go to Instagram. All right. Who we got?
So, Rowiekins. What has been the best and worst part about your pregnancy? And what has been your weirdest pregnancy craving? Best part. Oh God, I love feeling the baby move. Love it so much.
Yeah.
I hate when I don't feel the baby move.
Best part, feeling the baby move. Worst part, when you can't feel the baby move.
It's terrifying. Yeah. I feel like the first line of defense if something goes wrong with the baby. So I'm like, if it, you know,
it's a lot of pressure.
If they're not moving. Anyways. We've had some L&D trips because of that.
Yeah, we went to the hospital twice. Once earlier and then once
just this last
Sunday.
Weekend.
Because Chelsea wasn't feeling the baby move, didn't meet the kick count. Mm-hmm. And every time they've told you did the right thing, that's what you're supposed to do.
And that baby's perfect.
And that the baby is still doing great. It's perfect. And then we'll immediately start moving afterwards just to fuck with Chelsea.
Yeah. I would say the worst part... Two worst parts. One is my back has been really hurting. My sciatic nerve has been awful to the point where I know that I want to strengthen my back before I get pregnant again. Like really work on strengthening my back and see if that helps at all. The pelvic pain hasn't been great. I would say the anxiety though is really bad. Really bad. And I already had a pretty intense anxiety disorder or have. Yeah. And it's just really exacerbated by the hormones, by the situation.
You're just on edge for like 9 months.
Yeah. Second trimester, happy hormones though, amazing. Lasted right up until like third trimester.
Yeah.
I found my anxiety kind of tapered a little bit during that, wouldn't you say?
I think so. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
And you've been dealing with your anxiety pretty well. It's just, it's anxiety making.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm making a baby and that's anxiety making.
Yeah. There.
Weirdest pregnancy craving.
I
feel like you could answer this better than me.
Yes. Chelsea's pregnancy cravings come and go and then she forgets about them.
I have bologna cravings a lot.
She does. She wants bologna a lot.
Meat.
But the weirdest one is fairly early on, Chelsea woke me in the middle of the night crying because she wanted coconut shrimp. Mm-hmm. And so it was like 3 in the morning and I was like, okay, there's nowhere I can go to get you coconut shrimp, but I will get you coconut shrimp tomorrow. I promise I will get you coconut shrimp tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So So we wake up the next morning, we're doing our thing, and I remember my promise. So I turned to Chelsea and I go, okay, do you want me to go get you coconut shrimp? And she goes, ew, coconut shrimp? Why? I was like, okay. She was in full-on tears.
I was sobbing. It was intense.
Yeah, like, she does have, like, plenty of, like, cravings where it will be, like, go out and get me that. No, she doesn't say that. But
no, I say, do you think you could maybe?
Yeah. And then I go out and get her that.
All right. I am Chef Blaze says, how do you think the dogs will adjust to having a furless sibling?
Oh, yeah. We're a little anxious about that.
So Juliet adjusts to change now fairly well, I think, because she...
Yeah, we had her first. Chelsea had her before we got together. So she got used to us bringing in 2 dogs. So she's pretty good.
Yeah.
She's pretty good.
I think she'll be okay. She's still very, like, competitive for my attention. But
the main thing right now we're working on is just keeping her out of the baby items, like out of the crib.
Yeah, she's very curious.
Out of the bassinet. It's just like it's a box to her, right? It's an exciting box. So
Pryor's, we're a little on the fence about, but I think he'll be okay.
Yeah.
He really loves kids and babies. He just doesn't always know what to do with himself.
He's a big boy. He doesn't know his own size.
No. But I think that he'll be okay. He'll be anxious because he's always anxious.
He'll be just so anxious about protecting the baby. I think he'll be like a little sentinel, like standing guard all the
Screaming
time.
into the night.
Screaming into the night. Yeah.
Rosie could go either way. We know that because she's had some like little abandonment issues.
We adopted Rosie after she left a family because a baby was born. So we're just worried that it'll like trigger a memory for her. So
we just have to love her through it.
Yeah. I think in the end she'll be okay. She loves kids.
She adores kids and babies specifically. She just
like if we play a video where a baby's laughing, she like runs right over the video and like starts pawing at the little frame, being like, "Where's the baby?"
Yeah.
So she'll be okay. There will just be a transition. We've read up a lot on like what to do to help your pets adjust.
Yeah, bringing home a blanket from the hospital is a good start. With their smell.
Their training, just letting
Making sure you set up all the furniture beforehand.
Yeah, and like do it slowly so that they have time to check everything out, basically, which I think we have. And what's our last question?
Is this by Bingy 15? What is your biggest postpartum fear? Pooping.
You're here, folks. It's the poop.
I've been told the first poop is just the worst.
Oh, right. The first poop after. I thought you've been pooping during labor.
No, I'm over that now.
She's okay with it.
I'm over it. Postpartum, I think I'm worried about my anxiety and my depression getting bad.
Yeah.
But I also know that I've got a good support system. I've got someone keeping their eye on me.
Yeah.
Which is nice. I'm worried about breastfeeding a little bit.
Yeah, you've mentioned that a few times in a way where you're like, "Oh, I'll be okay if I can't breastfeed." Like you're trying to convince yourself. Yeah. Which I mean, I think you will be okay.
I will be okay.
If you can't
but it'll
breastfeed,
be hard.
You'll just be sad that you can't
hard.
breastfeed.
It's really, really hard for a lot of people.
It's true.
I think that's about it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think those are my 2 biggest fears. Who knows? I'm sure I'll develop new ones.
Yeah. I think it's like we're so focused on the pregnancy and the birth that a lot of the like postpartum stuff hasn't really hit us yet.
Yeah, I would agree.
Would be my guess. But
and that's it for questions.
Yeah, we're so close right now to the reality of like having a baby, but it still feels really unreal.
Can we show them my feet?
Super unreal.
Hold on.
Chelsea wants to end with a shot of her feet because
I've got a lot of fur on my legs. Sorry about it.
They are
bad. They're not good.
She's just gotten really swollen in the past like week or 2. So thanks everyone for watching our video. Thumbs up, subscribe, all that shit. Bye. And the next video should be the nursery reveal, which hopefully we'll get a chance to film. And then maybe a birth.
Ah.
Anyways, to Chelsea's feet. Bye.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Look at those little sausages. One sausage, 2 sausages.
Sausage! Woo!
Oh, your poor feet. But it's okay, guys. I take care of them for her.
She
I
does.
massage them every night.
Every night.
And we soak them, but they are a force to be reckoned
They
with.
truly are. Bless them.